Hello, I'm Vincent.
And I'm Andrew.
And today we thought we'd just show you a couple of collections, hopefully introduce you to new areas, and just chat about what makes each country or colony in this case interesting in its own way. We've got some very nice, what we term as semi-specialised collections, where the collectors made an effort to find a broader range than just one of each, and has presented it in an old-fashioned but elegant way. And also, it's helping us decide where the company is going for its annual holiday this year. So.
Have you got a connection to this lot?
I might have, or it might have been picked for me by somebody with a sense of humour. I'm going to work quickly through a collection of St Vincent. So here's page 1, and they share this common design. And these were all printed by Perkins Bacon, the first printers of the postage stamp, who lost the contract after many years. But with a rather embarrassing mistake made by Ormond Hill, Rowland Hill's son, who accidentally gave a few stamps away and broke the Perkins-Bacon contract. But that is for another day. What you can see here is how various colours and various perforations and different watermarks. These move from no watermark to small stars to large stars, if I remember correctly, and then down to the Crown CAs, meaning Crown agents, incidentally, in case you didn't know. So this is a very nice representation of stamps from each of the stages of the Perkins-Bacon printings. Then they lost the contract, and there we go. You can see a change in quality, not necessarily better but different, and we eventually move on through the years from the mid-80s to the end of the 19th century, when they get their key type small stamps, small definitives. Shall move on. Shared designs with Edward VII, and then they flipped away from showing the monarch to this medical spring design. Is it a medical spring? Yeah. And then with George V, we get these tremendous range of shades, many of which are listed in Stanley Gibbons, and that's what makes this a semi-specialised collection, where people do try to get the various known variants. And let me just move in on that £1 value there. I know what I'll do. I shall simply put it there. Hopefully you can see that. A beautiful combination of colours. You'll note as well that these stamps are rather nicely used, with crisp CDS cancellations, circular date stamps. They got their full complement of omnibus issues, and then a really pretty pictorial definitive issue, as the place was becoming a tourist destination. So why not show some of the views and also some of the symbols of the colony. More omnibus issues and a similar pictorial definitive issue in 1949, but with a new currency, decimal currency. The home country was very slow following these developments. I remember decimalisation coming in. There we go, 1949 omnibus. Another little known omnibus for the British West Indies University College, and a new constitution as the colonies were making those moves to independence. There we have the final set of this period, 1955 definitives, very elegant engine turn style background with the young queen in the centre, and again symbol of the colony on the high values. So that's St Vincent, and we're going to hand over to Andy, who's going to talk through one of his favourite collections.
Moving from the West Indian Islands, we're off to the Pacific now, and the ever popular Fiji. Unfortunately, in this collection there's none of the first Times Express stamps here, but we go on to these later designs here, starting in 1870s to 90s. These come lots of different perforations, the higher values here. They're very hard to find with proper postal cancels. In fact, most of them were cancelled to order for collectors when they became remaindered by the post office later in the 19th century. Some of these first designs come with these different provisional overprints because there were shortages of different denominations. We've actually gone back in time for the second page, they were out of order. Anyway, we've got the first issues of this design here inscribed CR, the later ones are inscribed VR, and in between you get these surcharges and these VR monograms put across the old CR there. They come on different papers ranging from wove to laid. You can also get specialised items like imperforate pairs and proofs and so on. You see a wide range of shades and perforations there. And then new designs again towards the end of the 19th century. Again, different perforations and shades. With the dawn of the Edwardian era, this first Edwardian set here came out in 1903. It goes all the way up to the shilling there. That's with the single CA watermark. Then you get the multiple CA there, and then the new colours coming out in 1906, going up to the 5 shilling there. King George V, similar designs, the key plates all the way to the £1. Let's just have a little look at that one. These lovely high value designs. Put that one safely back in its mount. Onwards again to the King George VI pictorial series. These are a lovely design. Again, lots of different perforation types. A couple of the values have 2 different dies. These penny halfpennies here, you'll notice there's no man in the canoe there, but there is on these other ones. And again, the tuppence, you have the latitude or longitude, whichever it is, in the corners. Going back again there to George V, the script watermark series to 5 shillings. The rest of the King George VI pictorials there, all the way up to the £1 value. They're just lovely, vibrant colours, as you can see. They changed the colours over after a few years for some reason. The first 5p there with a blue central vignette, changing to green. The Omnibus series, including the Wedding and the UPU. And the first Queen Elizabeth, a mixture of new designs and adopting the old King George VI pictorials there. So I'm sure you'll agree, both of which are rather nice, well represented collections.
Yeah, no, they're quite different as well. Different run up to how they were produced. The Fiji is a very remote place, and St Vincent had a bit more going on around it, but the St Vincents are very primitive in their own way, as are the Fijis. Yeah. And of course the question remains between the two, where does the firm go for its annual holiday? And I'd say the pub again.
Yeah, or a pub in Blackpool.
Or a pub in Blackpool.
Yeah.
Blackpool it is. Anyway, I
look forward to that.
hope you enjoyed that, and let us know if you have a preference or there's anything you'd like us to cover. Leave in the comments below. Thanks.
Thank you.